I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is
the Family Showdown! That was explosive. All right. Hey guys, welcome aboard. Please let us know if you start to have any issues with lag or anything. We're having all sorts of weird connectivity stuff going on, so not sure. If worst case scenario, if it gets too crazy, we'll reschedule this, but we're hoping things are chilling out. We're giving it a shot. We're able to connect, so that's a good sign. Welcome to the definitive combined top 100 of all time.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the ender. It's like the
it is
like your intro to your hundreds, the starter, and this is like the
I like how you always combine them, so it's like just like colossal explosions of greatness. It's like the over the top car explosion scenes and stuff in movies. I like it. It's great. It's great. This is good stuff. You ready? You guys ready? I'm ready. How about you guys? Pump, amped. Need to be amped. Are you properly hydrated for this?
No,
you ready?
I'm not ready for this. All right, so if you guys are not familiar with the definitive top 100, what I do is I take our 200s, combine them together, give them a weighted average, and we get a new 100 that combines our two lists. It's always interesting to see what happens near the top. Towards the bottom is kind of wonky.
It's crazy, yeah.
But near the top, it's very interesting to see what falls out of the top. So the way this works is we have a scroll. It's going to be scrolling up over here. My side.
Is it over there?
Over here.
Or is it over here?
Over here. It's going to be scrolling up over here, and we're going to scroll through the entire 100, and we're going to yak at you for about half an hour.
So it's like a speed run of 100 games. So if you want to learn about 100 games in under an hour, let's go. Yeah.
So a couple of things. One, for you math nerds out there, tiebreakers are put in Rebecca's favor. So whichever game she prefers is the one that's higher up on the list.
This is why.
And we're going to do our best. The person responsible for speaking is whoever likes the game more.
Oh gosh, it's not odds and evens this year. We've
never done odds and evens. It's always been whoever likes it the most.
It was odds and evens.
No.
Oh, jeez. This is going to be so exciting.
So it's going to add more chaos, I guess.
I'm ready. I feel like I'm about ready to run a race.
The first part of the list, we have like 15 seconds per game. Then it goes to 20, and then 25.
Oh, as we get to the cooler games?
And then towards the very top, it's 30 seconds per game.
Okay, that's fair.
Or 30 or 35 seconds.
So we can rant and rave.
So we have a little bit longer to talk about the ones higher
rave, right?
All right. So we're going to do this. You ready?
You're disappointed that the scroll isn't papyrus? Zaris, stick around long enough, we'll make one, baby. That's right.
Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Okay, maybe.
I don't think I have a button for the pre-recorded video.
That's even more exciting.
All right,
Hunter's going to just hit technical difficulties and just...
Are you ready?
No.
First one's yours.
Oh, is it? You're sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Possibly.
All right, so if you have any questions as we go,
born ready.
Go ahead and throw them in the chat. We probably won't get to answer them because we're going to be yakking them.
We'll try at the end.
But at the end, we'll scroll back and answer any questions.
That's right.
All right.
You're good. You're good.
Ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Is the sound working? Yes. Sound check.
The definitive 2022 top 100 of all time. What?
You sound very excited.
Oh yeah, Race for the Galaxy. I definitely like that more than you. This is a tile placing or card placing game of spacey greatness that everybody should know about by now. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Play it.
I think the sound.
Flurfrus, I like this more than you. I'm going to be talking a lot, I have a feeling. This is another gorgeous game of picking cards and collecting sets and doing that to get more victory points. Gorgeous. Love Flurfrus. Nice little tiny game.
Oh. Tabanusi, this is mine. This is one of my favorite T games. It's not my favorite, spoilers, but it's one of my favorites. You're building buildings. There's all these districts. You're using dice as resources. It's fun. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's better than that. That's pretty good.
Well, Age of Empires mine also. So we got the old Age of Empires 3 version. This is a area control worker placement with specialized workers. I like games with specialized workers.
Indeed,
specialized workers.
It's true. Look at you. You have time to spare. What is it? You could answer questions. Pursuit of Happiness is definitely mine. This is like the game of life gamerified, okay? For board gaming nerds. You can go, you grow up, you get a job, you find your significant other, or maybe you don't.
Too late. You're done. Brass Birmingham, the new #1 game on Board Game Geek. The best game ever made, according to most, but not me. It's one of the best. The 55th best game ever made, according to me. Train game.
Train game. You just don't train game. Timeline challenge. This is taking the timeline games and making a board game out of it. You have contests of a little bit different sort than just playing the usual timeline game, and you're going around a board in a sort of race-like fashion to win. So much fun. Learn some dates that way, too. Coimbra. That looks like me. Coimbra. It's like another one of those great games where you have a board and you have dice placement. What?
It is me.
Oh, well, get to cracking.
Dice drafting, dice placement, get cards, do up tracks, do things.
Food Chain Magnate,
That's me. Food Chain Magnate. One of my favorite splotters. No, I like almost all the
That's my favorite splotter.
There's only one splotter I don't like. This one's really good. You're running a restaurant. You have a hierarchy. It's very
truth.
It's very businessy organizational
very businessy
stuff.
Terraforming Mars.
I think is that you?
I think that's me. You know what? This game is all about terraforming Mars. And you go to space and you are a corporation and you're going to take over some of the lands and change it and do stuff and you build up this really cool engine. It is so much fun, but don't play it with more than 3 people.
Caledonia is me. Clans of Caledonia. This is a resource management map game. You're just putting little buildings and you're making like milk and you're making cheese and you're doing bakery and you're getting wheat. You're doing all kinds of combos.
Oh, Oracle of Delphi. Do I like that more than you?
Yes, you do.
What? This is a Stefan Feld game that is a little bit different than his other ones because you are actually racing to accomplish a bunch of goals. Whereas before you don't usually do that. It's just pointality. This is pointality races. And thinking of racing, you have Roll for the Galaxy, which is like Race for the Galaxy, but with dice, and you have a little bit more freedom on selecting your actions and stuff that you do in that game and mimicking others, and there's a lot more things to do to mitigate the dice. Gives you a little more freedom than Race for the Galaxy.
All right.
Get the Kraken.
Lorenzo Il Magnifico. So, the Lorenzo is an awesome game.
He's magnifico.
He's very magnificent. It's a Euro game. The Euro game. You're using dice to get cards. You're doing
Empires of the North. That is clearly. Shh. This is my favorite of all of the Imperial Settler or whatever those games are. I absolutely love this one. It's a much smoother, zippy version, and it's got really cool factions.
Core Worlds Empires. Almost as good as Core Worlds.
Preach.
That's all I got.
Really? That's all you got?
Core Worlds is the board game. So if you like Core Worlds, it's mostly just a deck building game. This one's a board game version of Core Worlds.
Fair.
Board game
version
of Core
It's fun.
Yido. Yido, heavy, mean, brutal worker placement game of longness.
That we actually kind of house ruled.
Yes. Well, we didn't house rule it.
Yes, we did. We took out some stuff.
That's house ruling. That's an option.
Oh, it's actually an option? I thought we were
take out the
attacky cards. That's you too.
Lords of Hellas. This is a area control game, but it's got some Euro stuff going on, kind of like Blood Rage. If you like Blood Rage, you probably like Lords of Hellas. Mm-hmm. It's very similar. 4 different ways to win. 4 distinct ways to win.
Interesting. Castles of Tuscany. This is up there with me with Castles of Burgundy. Slightly, maybe a teeny bit lighter than Castles of Burgundy. I like the 2 different ways that it scores. It scores rounds and then the game overall. It's very similar otherwise in the Feldian universe. Love it.
18 MS. This is the new intro to 18xx games. If you want to get into 18xx, this is the one to do.
Let's go. You left us some pausing room.
A little bit.
Oh, this has got to be me. Creature Comforts, one of the most adorable little games where you are setting up to hibernate for the winter and you want to have the coziest, coolest, most popular kind of place possible. So you go in and get all these different combos. Really fun dice rounds. What you do with the rounds. Oh, yeah. Give me that. The game of chaos. This made our 100 and this makes me happy. It's chaos and it's hilarious and it's simple, like party game fun. Play it with me. I want to play party. Give me that.
Slightly better than Give Me That is The Colonists.
I think I like it better than you.
You do like it more than me. I just had to make a comment.
This This comes into 4 eras, and you can pick and choose if you want to do 1, 2, 3, or 4, all 4, and play like a marathon run of it. It builds up a little bit each time. It's fantastic. Fauna is my favorite of these types of games, and it's a trivia game. You don't necessarily have to know exactly. You might need to know who might know better, and you can guess accordingly. And if you're close to right, you also get points. So that helps.
Wayfarers of the South Tigers is the newest of the. You got the Raiders of the North Sea. You got the whatever Paladins of the West Kingdom. The West Kingdom games. Now you have the South Tigers games. Awesome game. Awesome game. Why did I get so long to talk?
Endeavor Age of Sail. This is another one of those that I really like. It's one of those that picks up pretty quickly to what you're able to do, but it's got a funky, like, the way you unlock areas of the board as you go, and it depends on how many number of players. It's a really fun game. I liked it. Oh, my cow. This is me, too. Ooh, Stefan Feld. Now, this has been redone recently. We have the OG right here.
Macau is now Amsterdam?
Amsterdam?
I
okay.
don't know. One of them.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe! Another slaughter game. This is probably...
It's a good one.
It's not my favorite. I think it's number 2, maybe? My second favorite?
Might be on my list next time.
If you're looking for slaughter games, it's a good one. It's crazy out of print, though.
Preach.
Well, no, it just got back into print. It's back in print.
Woo! Time's Up Title Recall. This is one of our go-to party games that is so much fun with some rambunctious groups where you're trying to get your teammates to guess titles to songs and movies and things like that. All pop culture kind of stuff. Hilarity ensues.
Paladins of West Kingdom, my favorite West Kingdom game. It is greatness. It is probably maybe the heaviest one. It's got a cool drafting. You draft your meeples, different color meeples that do different things. It's really cool. Really cool game. I like it. Paladins of West Kingdom.
Truth.
People are asking about how the ratings work. I'll explain it at the end.
Foundations of Rome. Do I like that better than you? What? This is a ginormous, intimidating looking box, but it's actually at its heart a really intro-friendly kind of game where you get to do a bunch of things and stuff, and you're on to the next game. Why are you looking at me?
Ark Nova! The best game ever made. Well, the 33rd best game ever made.
Oh, it's 33 now?
To me.
I was like, what?
That's where you're building the zoo. It has a cool action selection.
Too bad for your genotype. This game is greatness. You actually are going to test and make different plants and get those different genes, and you're trying to make sets and to collect things and do stuff and gain victory points. Love the way you get to play with some science, and you're still playing a really awesome Euro game. Your turn.
Mosaic, A Story of Civilization, which is the second game to have that title, A Story of Civilization. But anyway,
really?
Mosaic is a Civ game. It's really, really cool. It has a really fast turn. So a lot of Civ games, you have really long turns. This one, the turns go really fast.
You know Castles of Burgundy? A lot like that Castles of Tuscany I was talking about earlier, but this is the OG one. This is the one that a lot of people use as their introduction into Feld. It's really cool how you're using the dice to determine where you're going and getting for your turns, and you get to do stuff, and you're trying to fill out your little map. Oh, hey, Forum Trajanum. Another Feldy greatness. Man, there's so many great Felds in this. Not crazy and heavy like Trajan, but it's got a lot of different things going on the board in a similar fashion to Trajan.
Indonesia, my favorite Splotter game. This one is really cool. You're running a business, has mergers and acquisitions, and you get to skill up your stuff and shipping and building up cities and all sorts of crazy Splotter goodness. And the rulebook's like 3 pages.
That's you.
Is it me?
It's you.
Oh, Great Western Trail. The OG Great Western Trail.
What?
Where you're going up a trail with cows. You have crappy cows, you want to turn them into good cows.
No one likes crappy cows. It's craziness.
Furnace is you.
It's not on yet. Yeah, it's Furnace, and Furnace is greatness. This is one of those great engine builder games. You start out with next to nothing, and you just start churning and churning and churning and churning. It's got a fantastic bidding system. Probably my favorite bidding system in any game, period. And I love the way this game builds up.
Terracotta Army, my favorite T game. It is really cool. It has a cool action selection system where there's a 3-tiered wheel that rotates in all the different directions, and you pick a column and you get the actions that are on that column. There's ways to manipulate that wheels to match up to what you want to do and things and stuff.
Oh, hey, that's you.
Democker. This is a game about the German election system. It sounds dry as craziness, but it is very competitive, cutthroat, interesting. You have to be very reactionary, and it has an awesome way you budget your money. Castles
of Mad King Ludwig. So this one is so great because you have all these different little funky shaped rooms and stuff, but depending on how you set them together, they get victory points or docu points based off of what's in proximity to it. fantastic. Telestrations, one of our other go-to party games that is really great for pretty much all ages. It's Pictionary, but playing telephone. Gets crazy hilarity every single time we've played it. I love it. Millennium Blades. This is a big game. It's so meta. It's about playing collectible card games, and you're building your collection. You get your cards, you play in a tournament, you do some trading, you buy some more cards, you build up your deck and make it better, and then you go play in the tournament again. Love it. Endless Winter.
Endless Winter. This is one of the big games from last year. One of my favorite games from last year. It's got some area control. It's got some kind of almost deck building. You're building up your clan to go out and do different worker placement spots. So it's a deck building worker placement thing going on. On Mars, Rebecca, this is criminally low. Rebecca, this makes me sad.
It's probably going to go up.
It used to be my favorite Lacerda game. Is now my second favorite Lacerda game. You're terraforming Mars, and you're going out and building buildings. You have a little rover running around collecting stuff.
Oh, Mercator, one of my top games. This one is crazy trading madness. You've got this big grid of things, and you're trading stuff for stuff and building up and building a little engine. And, of course, from there, getting some victory points. But how you go about that is really cool. I love it.
Viscounts of the West Kingdom. This is one of my favorite, and my middle one. So you got Paladins, this one's the middle, and then you got not so good Architects. You're sort of kind of rondel. You got a little knight going around selecting actions. It's really cool. It's a good game.
It is.
It's a conveyor belt cards.
Ora et Labora, besides the fact that it's got a Latin name, which is kind of nerdy, but we really like this game, both of us. It's got the just a build-up of over time as you start from nothing. You start to get these combos and build up another engine and get some victory points. And
Le Havre. So this is the Uwe game. This is it's like almost a city building worker placement game. So you start out with a few places that you can put your worker. You only have one worker. And eventually you build more and more buildings. You can use other people's buildings, but you get a little bonus when you do that. It's cool.
It is cool.
It's cute.
You did not. You did put it there.
Get a little breaky break.
Little breaky break.
So a couple things. We'll answer questions at the end, and I will explain how the ratings work. It does look a little confusing because we'll both have a game rated, and it's lower than when only one of us rates it. I'll explain how that works.
Yep.
At the end.
Yeah, there's so many good.
Raccoon Tycoon, this is the lesser version. There's a better game that's coming up later in this list.
Wow.
This is a kind of a stock market resource management set collection game. It's really cool. It's got great art. Amazing art.
It is true.
Amazing art.
It's true. Love that art. It's...
Oh, we're going longer now. I forgot. We got 20 seconds now.
Glenmore 2. This has an interesting ratcheting mechanism, as all the cool kids are saying these days. You're going around this board, but you can't backtrack, but you can go as far ahead as you want and get these tiles, and you're doing this tile placement stuff. And there's just so much. This is such a rich game. Why did it glitch? That was freaky.
Oh, I don't know. I may have to cut
that. Maybe it was because of this. Aha! Hadrian's Wall.
There's something I forgot to delete from last year that flashed up. That's interesting.
Oh, that's funny.
So stop your camera, stop your thing, and on that little
Hey, I'm trying to talk about Hadrian's Wall, the one of the rolling rights that will ever pop into our list, and it's amazing. It's involved. It's got 2 pages to it, and it changes. It's greatness. Century, all of them. Hunter, I can't believe this. This is criminally low because it's negligent on your case. This is one of those games you can play one of them, you can play 2 of them, you can play all of them. They are magnificent together. This is like the cube pushing engine builder of greatness as you build this up and you build it to better and better things and get some mad victory points.
Rising Sun. So this was dropping on my top 100, and we got to play it again. I know it's back, baby.
Oh yeah.
This is the Eric Lang's one of those trilogy. This one's ones that I think is best for 3 and 5 players.
Preach it.
3 and 5.
Let's go.
3 and 5. This is the one you want to play. Rising Sun.
It's true. Glass Road. Ora et Labora is like the longer, less streamlined version of the Glass Road. I think Hunter likes this a little bit better because of that. But it does very similar things, including the wheel. Oh, resources! And as that thing...
Wheel resources.
I love that. That's one of the driving forces of those 2 games, is how the resource wheel works. Wingspan, is that me? Oh, man, this is a family favorite. The art is magnificent. The theme is so much fun. You've got this great tableau, and you're creating these little spots for birds to live, and they nest there, or they eat other birds, and you're doing all these cool things that'll chain into victory points.
Star Trek is essentially the game that proves that Rebecca doesn't like Star Trek.
Wow! Shots fired.
So this is, I wouldn't call it a 4X, but it's pretty close. It really focuses in on attacking and conquering planets and resource management. a little bit less on the diplomacy, other than please don't attack me. That's your diplomacy in this game.
Dang. Alchemist. This is a logic puzzle of greatness. I love this. The theme is hilarious because you're trying to make all these, you're using, alchemy to create these different potions and stuff. You can have your lab assistants test them out for you. And it's a logic puzzle to figure out what makes what and does this so you can sell these potions and make money, aka victory points.
Champions of Midgard. It dropped down my top 10. It's 11 now, but it's out of your 100. Champions of Midgard is a
it may be back.
Worker placement, but then you draft dice, you take those dice, you go out and fight monsters, and you roll dice to kill them, and they kill you, and you get victory points, and you cry when you lose, and they go to Valhalla, and fun things happen.
That's true. The Search for Planet X. This is another one of those logic puzzle games that I am totally in love with right now. I love the way they have the board set up. You're trying to figure out, they get clues like comets maybe right next to each other, or, meteors have to be right opposite each other. Weird things like that. And you're trying to find the elusive Planet X before anybody else does.
Shh. Ankh. So I talked about Eric Lane. You have the Blood Rage, you have the Rising Sun, you have the Ankh. So Ankh is the one we prefer at 2 players. So we enjoy this one quite a bit at 2 players. It plays good at other
I like it at all the player counts.
But it plays amazingly well too,
yes.
which is really great for an area control game. A lot of area
yes.
control games don't work well with 2. This one definitely does.
It's true.
City of the Big Shoulders. This one is one of my favorites. This is an 18xx game, basically, without the trains and the rails. So you take the trains and the rails out. You still own businesses. You're still producing products. You're doing Euro-y kind of things, but it's pretty mean and attacking. Why is it doing that flashy thing?
I don't know. You tell me. IT man.
I'm lost train of thought.
I don't know. Western Legends.
Western Legends. I signed up to play this at Dice Tower East. Yay! I'm looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite games.
Exciting.
This is a sandbox Western theme game. You can go robbing banks. You can rob trains. You can go play poker in the tavern. You can buy a horse. You can go and find gold. You can rustle cattle. You can do anything you want to do. You can be
It's true.
Heroes of Land RNC. This reminds me of a real-time strategy game. If you played those like StarCraft and World of Warcraft, the original Warcraft, where you're sending out guys, you're getting resources, use those resources to build up your troops, make more powerful guys, and go kill everybody.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Dominations, or I like to call it the Tostitos game or the Doritos game, because it's all about these little triangle pieces that you're putting together, fitting together. You get really cool combinations off of matching up corners and stuff, and you're building your own little map thing on your Tableau stuff, and you're trying to do all these combos. It's like 2 little games together. They chain off of each other. Magnificent fun. I can't wait to play the expansions. Awkward Guests. Logic puzzle greatness again. This is Clue, but the way I've always wanted it to be since I was a little kid. And it's trying to figure out who done it. It's a little more complicated, got more rooms involved, more weapons, people's motivations, all sorts of greatness. Love Awkward Guests. Hey, I ran out of time. Okay, there we go. Concordia. I'm assuming I like that more than you. Yes, I do.
You're on here for a while.
The generic trading in the Mediterranean Euro game of greatness when everybody talks about those. Beautiful, like, mosaic-y style map going around, building buildings, trading in the Mediterranean for victory points. Who knew? That's exactly why they're so good at that. They, finessed it. Bad Company? Yeah, I like this more than you. This is space-based, but with a different theme, tweaked just a little bit. You're a bunch of criminals who are trying to get all this loot and stuff, and you're trying to elude the cops on a little baby board. It is hilarious. I love the combinations. Res Arcana, this is one of my absolute favorite games. You've got some resources and stuff. It's like not really a deck builder. It's like a deck using kind of game. You try to make these combinations and build up an engine so that you can go and get these really cool abilities to help you get the victory points to finish off the game. Great games. What a good list.
You get to keep going.
Do I really? Oh my goodness. So Meeples and Monsters, there was the game. Okay, I am actually super excited about this because this is one of the games that when we had our little coal battle, I was like, we need to play this again within the next 6 months. And I'm like, done. And I am so ready to play this game. It is happening within the next 2 weeks because spring break's included in that. And if I need to, I will set that up. I cannot wait because you get to do it's almost like D&D style stuff.
18 Chesapeake. So
Cheesecake.
This has gone up to my number 2 game of all time. This one guy had an amazing play, one of my best plays in a long time, besides the ones I played with Rebecca. I played at a convention. It was awesome. Everyone had a blast. We had new players. We had old players. I'm old. We had a blast. It was a great session. It was awesome. So that was the last one that is only on one of our lists. The rest of them are on both of our lists, including Scythe is on both of our lists. Yeah. And this one is one of my favorite games. It reminds me a little bit of Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea, and the fact that you're going out, you're sending out workers to get resources, you're building up, and eventually you go out and attack other players. I think it's just you. No, it's me. Anno 1800. This one is. I love this one. This one looks like the most boring game ever if you look at it.
It does. It does kind of look
piles of tiles. But it's got a really interesting almost worker placement mechanism where you take contracts to get more workers, but those contracts extend the length of the game.
I didn't think I'd like that, and it turned out to be amazing.
Dwellings of Eldervale. This one is
so good.
Reminds me a little bit of the Eric and Lane trilogy. It's kind of you're going out, you're fighting, you're building up and stuff, but it's got some Euro feelings to it. You're moving up tracks, you're getting powers, you're building dwellings, you're fighting each other. There's big giant creatures attacking you. It's
pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Orléans.
That's me, Orléans. So this used to be our go-to Euro game we always played. It used to be way up on our combined top 100. It's kind of dropped a little bit because we just found other ones that play a little quicker, that do the similar things, but it's still an awesome Euro game with resource management and city building. And
Istanbul's another one of those that we have loved forever around the same time as Orléans. It's got some tile placement, which you can actually randomize, to a point, and set up a completely different game every time. And you're moving around in a specific kind of movement trek on the board, doing different things, trying to collect rubies, which are your victory points. So it's kind of a race game, but also you got to build stuff up. Gaia Project, oh my gosh. I know. It's like the game of tracks in space, and I love it because you're using those tracks and you're going up those tracks. You get crazy cool benefits, so you can go explore and colonize other planets and make your federations and go get mad victory points. Love it.
I just noticed I put Trajan as your 3. It's actually your 2.
Wow, how dare! So Trajan,
fire the editor.
Yeah, that's right. Stefan Feld, Game of Gameness. It's like the game of games. You got all these mini games going on, and you got to juggle all of it to rule the Roman Empire and get your point Salady Feldy goodness. It's probably one of his heaviest, and it's one of my favorites.
Merchants Cove.
Ooh, another doozy.
So great. This one is everyone. It's very asymmetrical. Everyone's playing the game differently. There's like a roll and write and a worker placement and dice manipulation and area control, all kinds of little different games. But you're all producing products to sell to adventurers that are coming to your city. So the central board is the same, but everyone plays a little differently.
How we approach it is different, and I love that about that game. That is so stinking good.
You.
Oh, Genotype, another one of those. Wait a minute.
That's Gutenberg.
That should be Gutenberg, and you put G. That's okay. G games. So Gutenberg, this is
Fire the editor.
Yeah, that's right. A printing game, but it's a Euro game, and it's got one of my favorite boards because it just kind of marches you through the turns, and you get to pick and choose your stuff, try to do your type and everything, and fulfill these particular contracts and orders. It's just Euro-y happiness. Absolutely.
I got like Genotype for Gutenberg.
Because you had G, and I bet you clicked it auto-selected it. I bet you anything.
You like Takeno better than me.
I like Takeno better than you?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so this is one of the T games, and it just fascinates me with the daylight nighttime mechanism. It's got the little thing in the middle all of a sudden. Thank you, Obelisk. I don't know why I blinked on that. But anyway, it turns throughout the game and it changes what is day and what is night, which dice are acceptable where, and you need to figure out like how to combine those best to like get your stuff going and get your victory points. I love the way this works. It melts my brain in a good way.
Amerigo, it's my favorite Stefan Feld game. It's her favorite Stefan Feld game. That's why it's way up here at 18, it looks like.
Favorite.
You like Trajan. Anyway, so it's got a cube tower. You throw cubes in. Cubes fall out. Those are your actions. You get to choose among those actions. It's got some polyomino-ness going. You're putting polyominoes, building little buildings on islands.
They're polyomino islands.
There's area control on the islands. They're on little boats. You drive around on little boats.
You love boats. Oh, time for something else.
Dune Imperium. So I played this game a bazillion times last year, and I still love it.
Tells you how good it is.
Rebecca hates it now. But I love it.
I do not. I love this
It's
game.
a really great game. It's one of those card deck building worker placement combos.
I love those
This
combos.
one, though, has area control thrown in with a little attackingness, which is really cool. We're going up tracks. It's a race to victory points, which I enjoy. Lots of fun things going on.
Excellent.
In Dune Imperium.
Excellent. I am a fan.
Is Anachrony me?
That is you.
Of course it is me. Anachrony. So this is a worker placement game. This one has a cool system where you have your own worker placement spots that are on your board that you can build up. You start with a few and you build those up. Then you can go out to the capital, but you have to jump in a mech to go out to the capital because you have to cross this radioactive zone to get to the capital city to do worker placement spots there. And you're trying to get off the planet before everyone dies.
It's true.
and you go, there's future stuff.
It's true. There's future stuff.
Time travel.
You love the future stuff.
Time travel and things.
I'm always scared to use that ability.
Merchants of the Dark Road. No, it wasn't my favorite game last year. One of my favorite games from last year.
It's true. It's true.
Merchants of the Dark Road. This is a rondelle. So basically you're in a little wagon driving around your city collecting items and adventurers. Eventually you're going to go out on the Dark Road to sell those items to cities and drop the adventurers off. Or you can go to ruins and get magic items and all sorts of fun stuff. Reminds me of D&D in the terms from the perspective of the merchant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the little merchant guy that comes to town and sells you stuff.
So Crown of Amara, this is one of our go-to Euro games that we absolutely love. It's got kind of two boards, got stuff going on. One is like the get your resources and build up your resource engine side, and then the other side is the use things with the resources and get your crowns and your victory points over there. And you have to pick and choose when you want to use which side, make a cool combo, and race the other person to getting the most crowns and victory points by the end. It's fantastic, and we both love it a lot, as you can see, because it's rated very highly for both of us.
Well, we're getting up the list now.
We are.
That's you.
Deception! Murder in Hong Kong. This is fantastic. This is like my go-to game to teach students and new people the cool like social deduction game. It's great for conversations. It's hilarious. It's all about finding out who's the murderer, and they have a get enough players and you have a bunch of other different roles. The expansion's fantastic. We haven't even explored all the roles in the expansion because I introduce it so often, but it's fantastic.
Lizard Wizard. So way back time we had Raccoon Tycoon. This is the more complex version.
Yeah,
of the game. Not that much. It's slightly more complex, but it feels more gamery because it has a little more going on. It has the same resource management kind of stock marketing system and the select collections going on. This one has a pressure luck thing, so you can delve into a dungeon, do a little pressure luck. It's got a little more options and more things to do. It feels a little more open than Raccoon Tycoon, but I still love Raccoon Tycoon.
This is you?
It is me because I am the Dinosaur Island person. No, the Dinosaur Island. So this one is Jurassic Park, the board game. So basically you're collecting DNA, you're making dinosaurs, you're putting those dinosaurs in your park. You got people coming to visit your park. You got hooligans jumping the fence and not paying their way in. And you have the dinosaurs breaking out and killing everybody. But the hooligans are good at jumping fences, so they get right out of that park. It kills your paying customers. It is, it's fun. We play with everything when we play.
It's true.
Everything.
It's true.
Everything. All the expansions.
All the things. Every bit of it. Oh no, the screen went dead. I guess we're done.
No, it's the big, it's top 10, baby.
Oh, where's your drum roll?
Top 10. Rebecca doesn't know which one is in the top.
No, I have no idea.
Top 10.
I am intrigued, as they say. Intrigued.
I'm thinking you're doing a lot of the talking in the top 10.
Probably, because we have some overlap, but then I tend to have them a little bit higher or whatever. I bet you wore the ring.
Hey, don't spoil anything.
I'm just guessing.
War of the Ring's been number one for years. We'll see.
It's true. I bet it still is.
You think it still is?
I think it still is.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we have a change.
You don't think it changed?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't.
All
what do you guys think? You guys put your guesses in now.
Someone said Zyre.
Core Worlds. I like that better than you. What? So this is a deck builder in space, and you're building up your space troops and your land troops, and you're trying to conquer a bunch of planets and build up a greater army so that you can go and take on these core worlds that are worth massive amounts of points at the end of the game. If you're really crazy and it's a low player count, you might get 2. If you're insane,
you should shoot
it's really
2.
tough.
That's how you win.
That's true, because somebody's going to snipe that big core world from you.
Someone was asking if we have an exact crossover, and they're coming up as our exact crossover.
Oh, hey! Empires of the Void? Nice!
We're still talking about Core Worlds, though. No one likes Core Worlds.
Yeah, I love Core Worlds. Empires of the Void is another
We're both
awesome
talking at the same
space.
time because
it's so good.
It's a Ryan Lockett. It's my favorite Ryan
The
Lockett
art
game.
for Ryan Lockett is absolutely amazing. Why'd you stop talking? So this is, if you can sort this out, you're doing good. This is great. You get to do, it's 4x, 3x?
It's 4x.
4x. No, there is 4. Yeah, and you go about and doing all the exploring, exterminating, all those good things. And the plan, I can't get over the art and stuff in this. I wish he did more space stuff, honestly.
It has a follower leader mechanism, which is really fun.
I love that inside this.
Dinosaur World. Now, a little bit ago, we talked about Dinosaur Island.
Ah, jeez.
definitively, Dinosaur World is the better game.
I think this
Here
is
at
rigged.
number 8. Oh my gosh, it's number 8. That must mean
rigged.
it's amazing.
Oh my
So it's only everything you get for Dinosaur Island. Plus, you get to hop in a Jeep and drive around your park. How cool is that? You can show the guests off to the gift shop. You can take them to the T-Rex place. You can send them off to the slip and slide. You dump the kitties off in the playground.
Slip and slide right into the
they get eaten by an Allosaurus.
No hooligans. Boo! Vinos, apparently this is our number 1 Lacerda game.
Yes.
And man, this is just, it's like viticulture on crack. You got like all this stuff, but it's heavy. And he's got it down to a science where you've got relatively straightforward turns, but the implications and things that happen because of those just become incredibly complex and rich. And this is a really, really fun game to play if you want to kick it up a notch from viticulture or one of those types of games. Really enjoy this one. We've played it several times now. Oh, hey, speaking of viticulture, looky there.
Slightly
in the
better.
Top 10, just slightly better. Man, what can I say about this one? You've got 4 seasons and you're going through each season. It's worker placement. You have a little grande worker guy that can let you kind of piggyback onto places where you normally wouldn't be able to go. And you're trying to grow your grow your grapes, make wine with it and sell it off. And it's another race for a certain amount of victory points. It's so good. There's so many different things you can do to change the play. There's different specialty meeples and stuff. Zaya, this is you.
Zaya. So this is a sandbox space game. You can go out. You can pick up and deliver goods. You can go out and do exploration. You can mine resources. You can go kill other players. You can run from the cops. You can kill the cop. You can run from. You can kill the bad guy. You can get killed by the bad guy.
You can kill the merchant ship and get lots of
loot.
loot.
Rob the merchant ship. You can do all sorts of craziness.
Pirate.
Upgrade your ship. You get superpowers. It's awesome.
It is. It's a lot of fun. You can fly into the sun and explore.
It has a certain,
ships you can upgrade.
Yep, a certain number of victory points you're shooting
Painted
for.
minis. Oh, too bad. Speaking of pirates.
It's me.
Oh, what?
Dead Reckoning, our favorite game from last year. It pops in at number 4.
Wow.
It debuts at number 4. We love this game so much. We're currently playing the campaign, the story
it's so much
mode.
Fun. Loving it.
It is an awesome card crafting pirate themed game where you can go out and you can do merchant things, you can explore, you can upgrade your crew, you can upgrade your ship, you can attack other players, you can run from other players, you can sell things and buy things, all sorts of fun stuff.
What?
It's got an achievement system.
Oh, Twilight Imperium.
That's me.
What?
I get all the next ones. Oh, TI4. So TI4 is one of my we talked about Empires of the Void was that 4X game. This is the definitive 4X game, Twilight Imperium 4. This one has building up and attacking and negotiation and trading and making laws and betraying people unexpectedly. And
somebody can't get over.
I can't get over that. She betrayed me so bad. It was.
You mean so good?
There was actually tears coming down my face.
I wish that would have been epic, and I would have taken a picture.
The best game of all time. Not definitively the best game, but according to me,
it has been supplanted.
According to me, it is the best game. But according to us, it's the second best game of all time. This is a 2-player Lord of the Rings themed game where one person plays the shadow, the other person plays the light. You go out and you fight. Frodo sneaks to throw the ring into the Mount Doom, and
the end.
No, it's not the end because
it's just the beginning.
You may get corrupted at the last minute.
Too bad we don't know. So
number 1,
fleet captains. Let's go. This is you got the little hero clicks spaceships of greatness. You have your stats. You're exploring the galaxy, and as you do so, which you can make any shape and size you would like, basically. And you go and you're going to build up your decks. You have your decks, and you're going to build up your crew, I should say. And you're going to go out and either fight and explore, solve missions, do all these things, trying to get the amount of victory points first and to the end. It's glorious. It is greatness. It is Star Trek Fleet Captains. A new number 1. I can't complain about that. I'm like, yeah, Fleet Captains and War of the Ring again. Up there in the top, in the greatness, the land of the great. This just makes me happy. I like that top 10. That was a good top 10.
There you go. There is the definitive top 100. Our combined top 100. So we're going to scroll back and answer some questions. First off, I'm going to explain the rating system.
Yes.
I usually do that before the show. We've done this so many times I didn't even think to explain it. But this is the way the rating system works. So we take our 100 games. We take Rebecca's 100, take my 100, and I do a weighted average. What does that mean? It means that the number one game gets 100 points. So her number one gets 100 points. My number one gets 100 points. All the way down to our number 100, which gets 1 point. So if Rebecca rated a game number one, and it's not on my list, that game gets 100 points, which would be the same, effectively, as us both rating the game in the 50s.
Yeah.
Around 50. One's 49, one's 50, something like that. 50, 51, 49,
right
51,
around there.
Whatever. Both of us rated at around 50 is the same as one person rating it 100. That's the way the weighted average would work. I thought about making it even more top-heavy, making the ones up the top worth even more, but that kind of skewed things even worse. So that's the way the weighted average works. So that's why you see some games, like if we both rate, like a game that we both rate in the 90s, it's not going to be even close to a game that I rate in the 20s.
Oh, yeah,
by itself.
for sure.
And she doesn't rate at all. So you have to do the math on that. So games that cross over high up on both of us are what you're going to find at the very top. That's why like the last 19 or I don't remember what it was, games are all both of us rated. And if you look at
there's like 27 games.
Both of us rate it really high as
yeah.
well. So as soon as the game is worth more than 100 points, it's going to beat any game that we rate by ourselves. So only the games that we're going to rate by ourselves are going to be down towards the bottom. The games that we rate together are going to be pushed up to the top. Which that's how weighted averages work. All right, I'm going to scroll back. There were several questions.
Oh, good. Okay. You noticed more than me.
I think you may have done more than me this time. It just kind of works out that way.
Or maybe maybe it was just in chunks enough that you were able to read.
Let's go
so
back.
He's scrolling through, and we're going to look and see what y'all have.
Go back.
I don't know. I like this list because it feels like it's like, I mean, it is our list, but I feel like this is like a good way to figure out like what kind of games, like when we set up our to play list and stuff. I feel like this is a really good way to go about it too, because it's most likely we're gonna hit those really strong games that score really high for both of us, right?
Someone mentioned the setup. Yeah, I've been doing a setup for several years with the scroll on the over here. And then we put us up here, and we put the board game down here. Well, I've been doing that for several years. I don't remember when I switched it up. For a while, I think we just scrolled with nothing. It was just the scroll, and we just talked.
It was just the scroll.
We just talked. We weren't on camera at all, so I changed that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Scrolling through the questions.
The colors on black. Yeah, it pops and makes it easier to read. I agree. That was much nicer. Good choice.
More about the ratings, how the ratings work. I answered that. Let's keep going.
You already talked about my 2 number 3s. I did see somebody talking about that. And I was like,
Trajan's
you taught that.
I'm typing in 100 games with 100 ratings and 100...
that was just a mistype, not a calculation issue.
If I have a 1% error rate, you're gonna of the 500 things I've typed, there's gonna be number.
Since you both have it in the 60s.
Yeah, it's the same rating. Rating problem. Two in the 60s
aren't. He was like so excited. It's all caps. Yeah.
Two in the 60s aren't as good as one person's number one.
Oh yeah, easily.
With me not rating it at all.
Yeah, because it's both. It's like 40 something.
40 points
right?
each. Yep.
So cool. I'm glad y'all could jump in.
Keep scrolling through these real quick.
Do y'all have any
Great Western Trail. Yes, I'm really looking forward. If you look in my top 100 Western Trail, I said the reason I think it's dropping for me is I'm
looking forward to
Argentina and New Zealand and try and see what they can offer, because we played Great Western Trail a lot.
So much.
I mean, for us, I'm gonna say a lot. We probably played it like 8 to 10 times. That's a lot for us. Yeah, that is a lot for us.
But they were great plays. Like, I remember them. Yeah, Sorrow Song, Mercator, let's go. I still love that game.
Is there a count of how many each of you have in the list from the top 100? Percentage of your top 100?
Oh, that's just another question about.
It's
I think, right?
If I had to guess, I have to guess probably about 60% of each of our lists make it.
That's probably about right, because we have a decent bit of overlap.
That's not right. 50%. It's obviously there are 100 games. 50% of each of our lists make it.
Yeah, but more than that, because we have overlap. Because we like some of the same games, so it's going to be higher than that.
That's right. So maybe 60 was a right guess.
Yeah, I would think 60%.
Yeah, but I haven't done the math on that. That's interesting though.
That would be a fun one.
Let's see.
You guys did put a lot in. This is great. It's kind of fun to go through and see the big box storage solution for Western Legends. Oh no, that box is big enough. What?
Yeah, but it is cram-packed full of.
No,
you can't even use it.
We don't have room for more of these giant games. You heard me. I don't want to be calling a bunch of stuff I like. Listen.
Cole.
No.
Nathan asked about Dice Tower East. They just put up the schedule where you schedule games. They just put that up.
So exciting.
Like a week ago. Yeah, they're doing it way in advance. Most like Board Game Geek only does it like 2 months in advance, I think. So yeah.
Dice Tower's like, get hyped now.
Yeah, they're like doing it 4.5 months in advance. That's a really long time. I didn't even realize it was there, and then an email came out pointing me in that direction. I went out there and looked. I'm like, Western Legends, I'm in.
You're like, quick.
All right, let's keep going, scrolling.
Yep, you guys talked about the exact crossover. That was exciting.
And only one was
that 21.
Yeah, 21.
That's interesting that we had a crossover.
Yeah,
like that exactly. I would think that's semi-rare, especially since our tastes have diverged a little bit. But
number 3. That.
Yeah, Dwellings of Eldervale is just so much fun.
I think I would like it more if we could get it to the table more often. We just play it so infrequently.
Oh yeah, but it's so smooth. It's one of those games that's very well designed, and it seems like the play is so
streamlined. What modules did you enjoy playing with the most? I'm not sure what that one. Joker, what are you talking about? I don't know which game you're talking about. Anachrony, maybe?
You're talking with your hand in front of your mouth.
Oh, sorry. Joker asked what... Oh, Anachrony. You said Anachrony.
Oh, Anachrony. I didn't read what modules do you enjoy?
We play everything but the Doomsday. We don't like the Doomsday thing. I think that's the only thing we don't put in is the Doomsday thing. The little track or whatever it does.
Oh, yeah, that was awful. We did not enjoy that at all.
That's the only thing we don't play with.
Yeah. The others were great. Sorry, I'm like squinting so much tonight, guys.
I don't think anyone talking about Merchants of the Dark Road. I think that's the problem with a lot of games these days is that we're talking about Merchants of the Dark Road and we're talking about why the buzz is gone. So what happens with a lot of games these days is they go to Kickstarter and there's this massive amount of buzz.
Yep. And
that goes until the Kickstarter ends.
Yep.
Then you don't hear about the game for a year
until they start.
And then it comes out and for the Kickstarter's cut down. Then there's a little bit of buzz then because people are getting their games, they're talking about them. But then if you didn't back the Kickstarter, a lot of these games aren't going to retail, or don't go retail immediately. And then there's nothing, and there's not another wave of people talking about the retail version.
That's true.
So you have people talking about the Kickstarters when they're going live. You have people talking about their Kickstarters when they come in. There's not another wave of hype and a wave of reviews and things for the retail version.
Which is so sad because it's games like that are fallen by the wayside. Opinion. Well, you're right, because if it's not the new and clear and the here and now kind of thing, and it's like there's like this, everybody's looking through a lens this big.
Right.
And so when they're not focused on it, they don't see, it's like it drifts off out of sight, and it's really frustrating because I feel like there's been several really good games like that. That have just kind of gone off by the wayside, and they shouldn't, because
there's never another wave of hype or a wave of reviews or a wave of a discussion about the retail release of games.
Which is good stuff.
Retail release is almost like an afterthought. Who cares, right?
Which is, it's not.
Right.
I mean, the whole reason there was so much hype was what drove them probably to do the retail in the first place, and then the retail's not doing as well.
Have we played Woodcraft or Messina? We haven't played either one of those. I want to play Woodcraft. It's probably going to be on our top of our list to play
for
at
whenever it comes out. The next
BGG
convention?
Spring.
Okay.
We'll probably play
is it going to be out by then?
It's out.
Oh, fantastic.
I just didn't buy it because I wasn't sure about it.
Well, yeah, we want to check it out first. That's lovely.
Someone asked about Zach ranked one game. What is the Ryan Lockett game? Empires of the Void. That's the one we crossed over on.
Yeah.
Zaya wasn't number 1. I think it was 3 or 4. 3. 5? I don't know. Wasn't number 1. Does Corals play solo? I do not think I don't think it has a solo mode.
I don't think so.
This is before the solo craze. That's a pretty old game. It's
older than it looks.
That game is
aged very well.
15 years old?
I want to say you're close, if not.
Where is it?
It should be right. Yeah, look it up.
This is the expansion, but it'll be close.
Yeah,
the expansion came out in 2012, so it's probably a 2010 game.
Yeah.
And that's
way
before the solo craze hit. Like, long before the solo craze hit. So I don't think it has a solo mode. That doesn't have a solo mode. Oh, wait.
Thanks, Underground.
I stand corrected.
So sweet.
It's Core Worlds, when they did the Core Worlds, what's the board game?
The Core World Universe? What?
Empires.
Empires.
When Core Worlds Empires came out, they released a solo mode for Core Worlds.
They?
That was something you could back.
Oh.
I don't know if you can get it after the fact now. I would assume you could get it from Stonemaier or whoever released Core Worlds. Who did Empires?
I don't know. You better just pull this game out.
Who did Empires?
Well, it
Quinnet
was
Games, Quinnet, something like that.
Okay,
anyway,
we're checking
there
out.
was a solo version of Core Worlds that came out with the Core Worlds Empires Kickstarter. So
right.
Check into that. There may be they may sell it after the fact.
Nice.
I completely forgot about that. I didn't back it because we don't play solo stuff. So
yeah.
I found it interesting that Vinios and Viticulture were back to back. That was interesting.
I think that is really interesting, but we've always kind of compared them that way, and it's funny that they've settled there because we really do liken them. It's like, do you want the lighter one? You play Viticulture. You want to play some meaty, heavy stuff? You play Vinios. We get the same vibe from them. So
they said you tank War of the Ring with your 9. She did.
I kind of did. I mean, it's still in the top 10. Y'all calm down. Calm down. We play it again. It might go up again. Hunter loses. It'll definitely go up.
Corley, there is a Hobbit game. It is not about food. It is about
it really should be
Battle of 5 Armies.
Gosh, do you know what they need to do? They need to make a creature comfort style game with hobbits. Tell me that wouldn't sell. You gotta store up enough food for first breakfast and second breakfast and lunch and afternoon tea and dinner and supper. Tell me that would not be the best freaking game. All right. Come talk to me, board game makers. Yeah.
We are not going to Dice Tower West. Someday we'll go to Dice Tower West.
It just
lands in a bad time for her. I may sneak out there myself. I'm not. We're all going to Dice Tower East.
Yeah.
I've never gone solo to Dice Tower East. Rebecca and went with
I went with the kiddos one year. He had to work.
I go solo a lot to Board Game Geek Con. That's the one I go to solo with.
Yeah, you know what? That may not be a bad idea for you to go explore West. You know, because my schedule is right in the middle of competition season.
Explore the Bellagio poker room.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, whatever. Our last trip to
I can't complain.
My trip to Vegas, I almost paid for the whole trip playing poker. I'm not good at poker, but I seem to make money. So I don't know how it works.
Hey, it works enough. But that's just funny. No, you should at some point. Maybe someday I'll get to go with you. But yeah, it's just a terrible time of year. It stinks because I would love to go. I really want to go so bad.
Creature comforts with hobbits.
Tell me. I'm telling you guys, that would be a best-selling hit.
All right, we're caught
and
up
if somebody gets that kind of art.
We are caught up with the chat. All right.
I'm trying to think who I'd want to be the artist for that. Ooh. My game is coming. It's forming.
I don't know. It'd have to be some almost like borderline realistic and borderline like a cartoony realism clash. Like it's almost realistic, but it's got like a little bit of cartooniness to it.
Yeah, and it's got to look like it belongs in the Tolkien universe. Like they can't do anything funky with it.
That would be.
I have thoughts. I just don't know their names. I'd have to go look. But
maybe the Miko.
Yeah. Yep. That would be pretty good. Yep. He might be able to do it. Maybe. I'll have to look and see. But yeah, tell me that would not be fun. And then have same kind of style of game. Maybe a little bit heavier than like Creature Comforts or something, but with the same lighthearted like approach to the game. And you have to like set up and get your sets and your foods and everything. And you have to portion it out properly for all your meals so you make it all the way through the day.
Well, I was thinking you can build out your Hobbit hole and with all the different stuff and actually make it like a polyomino game. So you have to have only so much space to
build your pantry.
You have only so much space in your Hobbit hole to put everything.
Yes. Okay, get on that, board game designers. We basically just handed you the game. Okay, it's just put us in the credits somewhere. That would be gorgeous.
All right. So I think that's it for this time, folks. Sorry about the late start.
I'm just happy the internet seems to chill out.
The internet was going wonky.
A miracle.
And it settled down, thankfully.
Solar flares, neighborhood, who knows?
Yeah, so we're lucky because it was unworkable until right before we went live. We just kind of risk it. It's stable for a minute. We're like, let's try it.
Let's try it. Worst case scenario, we have to cancel and reschedule. So 1 week. You guys are awesome.
1 week from tonight, we're going to be doing our variety show where we do a variety of things. So we'll talk about the games we played recently. We'll talk about the new games we got. We got a whole table covered of new games that I have to organize.
You might have seen it, Cheater, if you look at the short
today. Yeah, if you watch the short, you saw pretty much all the new games.
That's how I discovered that we got mail today.
We're going to try to sneak in our Fog of Love play this weekend. We'll see how it goes.
Oh my gosh, I want to play this so bad. Lockdown.
So we're going to, it's like a little late, but we're going to play
It's never too late. For love.
I'm curious what what kind of questions that's going to have.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be
It's supposed to be like during the pandemic, so I assume there's going to be like a Zoom call.
Yeah, I was like,
oh
my gosh, it'll be like
how
online dating?
How do you date online? I guess you just...
What do you mean, how do you date online? You ask like you don't know.
No, I mean online. Like you can't meet in person.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
You like set up like a dinner table and you have like your meal in front of you and the other person has the meal in front of them and the camera is going.
Okay, so you bring your own meal and I'll bring mine. And we'll say, this is gonna be this is gonna be great.
We mostly through our new shorts. So if you've not watched those, our shorts we're kind of it's a combo of our real life stuff and board games kind of mushing together because we had this thought of making this adventure channel, Family Showdown Adventures channel. We decided not to do that. So we're throwing all that on our shorts. So we're doing pets and random walkings and we're doing board games.
We'll do all sorts of silliness.
We're doing debriefs and we're doing unboxings and just really quick short videos. What that's helped us. We've hit 1,500 subscribers. Which
you guys are amazing.
So it's really cool. I know it's not a lot. It's tiny.
It's a lot to us.
But for us, that's something we've been like getting close to 1,500 for like ever now.
Just kind of floated around.
We finally hit it, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trying to grow the channel. We're not gonna go crazy with begging people to subscribe and giveaways. And
it's gonna be
like
organic.
But
organic.
What we're seeing growth, which is really cool.
I know the children of the Family Showdown may have to be like shrink to 2-player because we're like
2-player showdown may be coming. If you some of you old school people that watched our Blender 2-player showdown, that may be where we're headed because they are video gamers like through and through. That's all they play is video games.
Not all they play. Occasionally they'll come and play board games and
stuff.
But this is not their focus anymore.
They play board games. So
but
we're family.
We are.
Oh, jeez. So we'll see you, if not live with a play of Fog of Love, we'll see you next Tuesday with the variety show.
Y'all are amazing. Amazing.
We'll see you. You know where we'll see you.
Where will we see you?
In the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.